Just a disclaimer, I am not a travel flight hacking expert. However, over the years of traveling, I have come up with a few little ways that I find super cheap flights. So I'm going to share with you some tips, the exact process that I take when I'm searching for a flight, and also a way to find if an airline ever makes a price mistake online that you can take advantage of. Okay, so let's run through some tips. First, you've got to be persistent. You cannot expect to go onto one website or one flight comparison website and just expect to stumble across the best deal. You've got to have a little bit of time put into it. You've got to go to different sites. You've got to really do your research. The best day to book a flight is normally on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Every website kind of comes out with a different thing, with a different, like a midnight on Tuesday or a midnight on Monday, or they change their deals on a Sunday. But they have found that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are your cheapest days to book a flight. Also, it is cheapest to book your flight 6 weeks before departure. And here comes the really big one that could literally shed hundreds off your flight. Be flexible with your dates, and also be flexible not only with your destination, but with your origin.
How the hell are you meant to do that, Ali?
What I mean by being flexible with your origin is if you know you want to fly from London and say you have it in your head that you want to fly from Heathrow, maybe you could save £200 by flying from Gatwick, and then all you've got to do is, okay, I know they're not next door to each other, but all you got to do is a bit more planning, either get the train or the bus all the way to Gatwick. And overall, it could still turn out cheaper. So be flexible with your origin. Like, when I'm from Birmingham, but not all the cheapest flights, especially out of Europe, go from Birmingham, and sometimes even with the coach down to Gatwick, which is 4 hours away from Birmingham on coach, it still works out much cheaper and I have a great saving. Dates are also a big one. Now, sometimes you can't be flexible with the dates, and that's absolutely fine, but if you can be, then the cheapest days to fly out are midweek. Tuesday, Wednesday, and sometimes Thursday, but Tuesday and Wednesday are like the days to book and the days to fly. Fridays, of course, and weekends, prices skyrocket. So let's start off with what I do when I look for a flight. My initial thing is just to jump on to Skyscanner straight away. Now, let's act like I have no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing with my life, which is pretty much reality. So, as most of you know, Skyscanner...
By the way, wait, hold on, let me just...
I'm not sponsored by anyone, but Skyscanner or Momondo or anyone I mention, if you want to sponsor, not a problem, just email us down below, not a problem. It's just my process. So Skyscanner have an amazing everywhere function, which you could literally just spend hours putting in an origin and then clicking everywhere and seeing what the cheapest flight's out. Oh my god, it's so good for itchy feet and wanderlust, really. So for example, maybe our next move, we want to fly from Bangkok. I won't specify which airports, I'll just put in Bangkok all airports or something like that, just like with the London example, put London all airports in, and then say I want to fly out to absolutely anywhere. Say I find a really cheap flight and I'm like, yes, let's go there. Oh my god, that looks like an amazing price. So I'll click on it, check the price, and then in my head, if I'm taking any checked luggage, I'm gonna have to add that on as well. Prices depend on the airline. So I'll normally, actually, if it's through AirAsia, for example, I fly AirAsia a lot. So I know their prices of luggage by now, but if you don't, you can just click through and start making your booking and get to the final price stage, just so you know. Because the price they show you on Skyscanner normally isn't the end price. Then what I do is I head over to Momondo.com and I price check what I found on Skyscanner. I've sometimes found, and there is a video I've done on this, that Momondo is cheaper, even if it's a few pounds, and I will link the video up. I compared flight comparison websites. I compared Skyscanner with Momondo and Kayak for the same flights on the same day with the same airline to see which one could provide them cheaper, and oh my god, some of the differences are crazy. Then as one last step, and I'll normally only do this if it's quite a big flight, if it's an expensive flight where I feel I could, you know, be saving like triple figures, I will normally jump onto the airline's website themselves and see if they have a better deal. Up until now, I've never found the airline to have a different deal than what they show, but sometimes they can. So that's my process, and my last point will lead on to this. Skyscanner offer a feature, and I'm not sure if Momondo do, they might, but if you start searching for a flight, you can apply for notifications to be sent to your email address if the price goes up or down, so you know when to buy. One big thing I'm going to say, when you're searching for flights, do it in Incognito. What this will do is basically, if you're on your normal browser, if you've heard of something called cookies, not exactly the delicious snack, Cookies track your browsing activity. They're literally spying on you, these damn delicious treats. So what will happen is if you start searching London to India and you're searching, it's gonna be tracking what you're doing. And it has been known, and there are screenshots out there, I've seen them before, where someone brings up a flight, for example, London to India in their normal browser, but they've been doing that for the past 2 weeks trying to find flights, and that's say £500, they open it up in Incognito exactly the same, it's like £350. I shit you not, the prices can go up due to your activity in your history and your cookies in the browser. Go incognito whenever you book a flight, just so you can be sure that it's not using any bias and using your search history against you. So another thing, and I don't want to clutter your inbox with too much because mine is horrific. I sign up to pretty much every newsletter on every airline that I fly with, and when I don't open them or I open them really late, for example from AirAsia, I didn't realize after spending a month using booking.com all the way through Vietnam, I then get an email to say you can earn points with your AirAsia loyalty number when you're booking on booking.com. I opened that once I left Vietnam and we'd been using it constantly. That was a good move. So yeah, signing up to their email newsletter, they can, if they have like a flash sale, that's the first time you're gonna know about it. And sometimes like AirAsia do flash sales or end of year sales and things like that. They don't last long and the seats go really quick. The only reason we found our flights from Kuala Lumpur to Mauritius for £40 on a 7-hour flight to Africa, from Asia to Africa, £40 was because I'm just slightly addicted to Skyscanner's everywhere function. And that's just what I do with my time. Don't judge me. Now, on to the bit I know you're waiting for. Yes, okay. Airlines can make mistakes. We've all heard about it. That sometimes, it's rare, it's not very common, that either it's a human error or it's a conversion rate error, but you'll look at a price and you'll literally like jump back. It's that scary. That's what we thought we had with Mauritius. It wasn't. It was just a massive sale with AirAsia because they just opened up a new direct route between KL and Mauritius and we're doing a big sale and promotion. So we just looked out. There is a website that you can go on which tracks down airline price mistakes or just super hot deals that might go really quick. It's called secretflying.com. Seriously, when I was looking at this earlier, flights like from Europe out to like America and all these, and to Africa, and New Zealand for like £500 return London to Wellington or something. I was like, I'm sorry, what? I haven't used it myself, but I thought I'd let you know. I'd love to use it though. Oh my, I would. But they keep up to date on any hot trends and any mistakes that might come out. That is it. That is my process. I use 2 or 3 different websites to find the best deal I can. I'm persistent, I use Incognito, and I am super flexible with dates, destinations, and actually my original origin of where I'm flying out from. So you've got to be flexible. All right, I have rambled on long enough. I hope this helped you. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I thought this may help a few people out, just showing you my process. What's yours? Any cool websites or hacks you have found to getting like super cheap flights? Because I want to know, and I'm pretty sure all the little psychos want to know as well. So let me know down below, and I will see you in a couple of days. Goodbye.